Well, hi. Today is Tuesday, January 15th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. Had a wonderful time at a coffee and contacts yesterday morning at Kouri Management. They're located on the 100 block in downtown Council Bluffs, and a great turnout for that. And also had an opportunity to talk with the owners, Alex Kouri. Andy Kouri was there, and I had a chance to visit with Andy after the event was over. And we're going to be bringing you an interview with him coming up on this show. So we hope you stick around for that. Also, I wanted to take a chance to thank you for those who have gone to spiralofaccountability.com and picked up a copy of Carol's book. And if you haven't done it yet, Carol Horner has written a wonderful book that will help you and your team at work be able to communicate with each other better. That's what Spiral of Accountability is all about. And if you go to spiralofaccountability.com, you can learn more about it, learn more about Carol, about her commitment to Council Bluffs, and also why it would be such a benefit to your company to have her come in and talk with your team. Also, wanted to let you know that our website, lusshillsmedia.com, is constantly being updated, and that is done by Just Sue Creative. Sue Pitts started this business last year after a very long career with the Small Business Development Center. She has been helping businesses grow their own industries and businesses for a lot of years, and now she's doing it on her own and doing such a wonderful job. And my website is testament to that, to just some of the work that she can do. JustSueCreative.com is the website for her. Learn about who she is, what she can do for you. And all of her pricing is right there, too. So she's very, very open about that and a big believer in that. She's also got me believing in that, too. So all the pricing for podcasting is listed right out on the Lus Hills Media site. GT Motors is in Council Bluffs with the Christmas tree still up, and I think that it's great that it's there, and I hope he just leaves it up. He explained that it is possible to change the colors on that thing, so I just think it kind of looks like a landmark out there on Broadway in Council Bluffs now. And if you are in the market for a used car, you need to stop by the lot of GT Motors because he has some great cars there right now, and also financing is available on the spot. They can do things, whether it's through a bank or through GT Motors themselves with a down payment. You can drive off the lot with a car that day. So hope that you stop out to GT Motors if you're in the market for a new car. And Prairie and Pine Real Estate Group, that is Keller Williams of Greater Omaha. Mackenzie Shelton, I saw her post online recently that she is seeing homes that are once again going for over asking, and already this year. She said things are heating up in 2025, and now is a great time if you want to sell your property to get it onto the market. Yeah, it's wintertime, but still, people are looking for homes. So if you've been wondering whether it was the right time to sell your home, get a hold of Mackenzie at Prairie and Pine Real Estate Group, and she can help you through the entire process. Offices in Council Bluffs, also in Omaha and in Lincoln. I was at the grocery store the other day, and, well, you know as well as I do what has happened with the price of eggs. Now, the story is about the avian bird flu, which is just decimating flocks all across the country, and it's driving down the inventory and driving up prices. I'm not going to tell you where I was, but and the thing is I actually did this. I paid $6 for a dozen eggs. $6 for a dozen eggs. The last time that I just picked up some, which was just a couple of nights ago, I'd gotten it down to around $4. Taking a look at an article that is out right now, I think this is on CNBC.com. They said that as of December of 2024, the average cost for eggs per dozen, $4.62. That's taking everything in all across the country. Some places have seen as high as $9 a dozen. Average cost in California over $8, $6.25 in New York as of yesterday, or as of about a week ago. I'm telling you, this is it's painful. It is really painful what's going on at the grocery store right now with all of these different things. there's so many different factors that play into it, and I'm not an economist. I can't comment as to the why everything is happening. However, experts do believe that we're going to start to see a decline, at least in the price of eggs over 2025, and they are expecting things to drop down to around $2.35 per dozen by the end of the year. So good news and hope on the horizon is just by the end of 2025. That's 11 months away. That's a long time. And I like eggs. I eat a lot of them for breakfast. So, in the meantime, I'll, I don't know, take out another loan and just keep going to the grocery store. All right. As I said, I had an opportunity to catch up with Andy Kouri from Kouri Management yesterday after the coffee and contacts from the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce.
We are down at Kouri Management on the 100 block in Council Bluffs. Yesterday, there was a coffee and contacts through the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce, and this is Andy Kouri. He is. Are you one of? What's your title here? I didn't even ask you.
Owner.
So you're one of the owners.
Yeah, owner, employee. We don't really have titles. People. I mean, me and my two brothers. So basically, we're a family business. We're second generation.
Right.
Our dad founded in 1986 with our mom. Started buying up properties. He worked at Iowa Power and kind of worked his way up. Iowa Power is now Mid-American Energy. But worked at the power plant there. Worked his way up from basically the bottom of the factory to working in the control room. While he was there, he started buying up properties, eventually had enough where he did not have to have his day job anymore, could do it full time. And then, he passed away in 19. Me and my older brother, Alex came back first. I came back after him. And then our younger brother, Augie, stepped in as well when our mom kind of wanted to get out and retire. And since then, we've been running it. We've started a third-party management since then. So prior to that, we only managed our own properties, and now we manage for clients as well. And so starting in 2022, we started that. So we manage anything from single-family homes all the way up to large multifamily properties with payroll on them, condo associations, high-rises, HOAs, kind of the whole shebang. And yeah, it's been going great.
So you have a physical location with offices in Council Bluffs. Do you have offices anywhere else?
Yeah, so we're based in Council Bluffs, Omaha, and Des Moines.
Okay.
We have offices in Council Bluffs. We have an office. Our headquarters is in Council Bluffs. We have an office in downtown Omaha, and then we have an office in downtown Des Moines. You'll see our signs in Council Bluffs and Des Moines. We don't have a big light-up sign in Omaha yet. More to come there.
So you're located on the 100 block, and I'll be honest with you, Andy, I have not been in your facility before. We came in here to do this with the coffee and contacts. Phenomenal job. I mean, holy cow. I mean, this is really, really nice in here. Mm-hmm. Was it a long process to get all of this put together?
It took about 2 months. I mean, the thing is like we turn a lot of apartments.
Sure.
We turn a lot of units. We own commercial property as well as we turn a lot of commercial property. We have contractors we use on a weekly, daily, monthly basis. And so pulling all that together really wasn't that hard. It was really getting the idea of what we wanted to do in here. And the space was already really nice to begin with. We didn't knock down any walls. We didn't change the layout or anything. We really just redid the flooring, painted. We tore out all the ceilings, painted the ceilings, re-insulated. Working with an older building. The building was built in 1892. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of little nice things that come along with having a building that's 130 some years old. And so kind of working around those, but the electrical was always done. The HVAC was all done. The roof was done. I mean, we kind of walked into a turnkey property basically. So it was a sweet deal. I mean, when we came in, not to bore everybody too much with this, but we were working on a deal, and me and Alex, we finally went under contract on this deal. We closed in Council Bluffs earlier this year. And we went over to the 100 block to celebrate just getting it under contract. We're having a beer over at Barley's, and we were walking out. We saw the for sale sign in here, and we had our little office down in Council Bluffs across the street from the fire station on 4th Street. Mm-hmm. And we were kind of busting out of the seams with that one. Like, I was in the basement, Alex was in the basement. It was way too much. And
I remember your sign being over there.
Yeah, so when we saw the for sale sign here, we were like, let's check it out. And it was kind of a long shot. And, we kind of decided to take the leap. And, I mean, it's exactly what we needed. We've just been running out of space at that old place. Our staff doubled last year, more than doubled in this last 12 months, I guess, 2024. And so, yeah.
Well, the purpose of what this show is to to shine a spotlight on what positive is going on in Council Bluffs. I don't know of anybody more qualified to talk about that than you and your family, because of everything that is you're doing, and it's how plugged in you are into the community. So talk a bit about why Council Bluffs. Why is it that you like to be here, and especially on the 100 block, because it's very vibrant down here. So just your reasons for being in Council Bluffs.
Yeah, I mean, I was born and raised here. I love Council Bluffs. I live and breathe Council Bluffs. I'm not the biggest proponent of Council Bluffs. There's bigger ones, but I'm a big proponent of it. I'm loud and proud Council Bluffs.
Yeah.
I mean, when we meet regularly with brokers from out of town, bankers from out of town, just people who come in to do business here. And when we get together, we bring them specifically to Council Bluffs. Like, let's go get dinner at Pizza King. Let's go eat at Main Street Cafe. Like, really get the not even get the exposure here, just like, be a proponent of our town, because this is where we're from. And yeah, we operate in Omaha, and we operate in Des Moines. And obviously those are huge markets compared to Council Bluffs. But this is where we're from. This is where, I feel comfortable here. I know everybody. I have a community here. And I like to have our headquarters here. I like to hire people from Council Bluffs. Not that we only hire people from Council Bluffs. Obviously, we don't. But I really like to hire people from Council Bluffs. And there's a lot happening here. I think Council Bluffs has fantastic potential. And how long do you want me to go into this? I could go further.
You can go as long as you want. That's the cool thing about this particular show is, back when I was doing radio, the song was going to end, or I had to get into the next song,
Yeah.
or we had to hit ABC News at the top of the hour. I don't have to do that anymore.
Sure.
I don't care. This can go however long we want it to.
Here's the Council Bluffs spiel that I like to tell people, especially when I'm talking to people in Des Moines or people in Omaha. And it really kind of comes into multiple points, but there's two big pieces I think that are driving Council Bluffs' future and really give it a great future. One of those is the fact that Omaha can only go so west. It's getting further west and further west and further west. And I actually me and my wife, when we first got married, we lived downtown in downtown Omaha, just because we like to go out to the bars, stuff like that. And my wife is from Milwaukee originally. She likes the big city feel, and she wanted to live in Omaha. And I was kind of like, kind of pushing Council Bluffs, but you make like a, I can't think of the word right now, but basically you kind of come to terms with things. And I was ready to live in Omaha, and so we went to go start looking for a house, and the only place to buy a house was in Gretna. And it's like to buy a new build, newer suburban neighborhood was the only thing we could find was really in Gretna. I mean, there was some sprinkled here and there, but really the neighborhood we liked was in Gretna. It's like, do I want to live 40 minutes from even downtown Omaha?
Right.
I mean, it's crazy. And that same builder was building new developments here in Whispering Oaks and Council Bluffs. And same exact house as Whispering Oaks. So we looked at it. My wife loved the area because, it's kind of rural, nice feel. But we're 15 minutes from downtown Omaha. If we want to go get dinner in downtown Omaha, if we want to go to a show at the Orpheum or something like that, we're right there. So proximity is huge for Council Bluffs when it comes to downtown. And at some point, people in Omaha are going to have to start, moving over here, or they're going to have to continue to live farther and farther west. And if Omaha wants to revitalize their downtown, they need to accept Council Bluffs. And they need to start pushing people to live there. Because the thing is, by pushing people further and further west, all you're doing is you're blowing up Elkhorn, you're blowing up Exarban, you're blowing up everything but downtown, which we just, we're investing in the streetcar. We just built the park down there. There's so much. One of the big things, though, the second piece I was going to say, the big reason I think people are going to start moving to Council Bluffs is Iowa's getting rid of their income tax.
Yeah.
So income tax goes down to zero. I mean, we saw what happened in South Dakota. We see what happens in Florida. See what happens in all those states, especially with, they call it blue flight, but really what it is high taxation flight, high regulation flight. A lot of states with high taxation, high regulation, they're all leaving. I mean, I see this in Milwaukee with the Illinois residents where my wife's from whenever we go and visit. Milwaukee's expanding, it's growing. Real estate prices are insane, but it's because all the people from Illinois are getting out of there. They're still going to work in Chicago every single day, but they're leaving.
Right.
And so you think income tax is 7% in Nebraska, you got the wheel tax and everything else. Council Bluffs? I mean, why not live in Council Bluffs?
I've talked about it for a long time, and because it seems to me that the farther west you go, the more the negative impression is of Council Bluffs. And when I talk to people, I said, number one, I can tell you haven't been here for a long time.
Yeah.
Because, you come over here, I'll take you on a driving tour. Let's go get a cup of coffee and I'll show you around. And I think that you're going to have a difficult time maintaining that impression. And plus, just as you said about if I wanted to go to downtown Omaha, I can be there a whole lot faster than you can.
Yeah.
While at the same time, we get to maintain the community and the feel that we have over here. I've described Council Bluffs as one of the biggest small towns that I've ever lived in.
Yep.
Because it has a small town feel, but yet you still have access to all the larger town, whether it be here or whether it be across the river. It's not about a compare and contrast. This show is not about trying to say that one is better than the other. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they're different.
Yeah.
And there is value to being here in Council Bluffs, and I think you spoke to it perfectly about what it's meant for you and your family and everything that's going on here. And plus, the turnout that you had for your coffee and contacts. I've been to a lot of these things. This is one of the bigger ones that I've been to.
Yeah.
There was a ton of business owners, managers, and everybody else that are chamber members that were at that coffee and contacts. So I think that is a testament to what you guys are doing. I think it is a testament to your belief in the community, and it's coming out.
Yeah.
In that way, and people are seeing that support. So, well done, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I got to give a shout out to my brother Alex, Kouri. I'm ashamed to say this. This was my first coffee and contacts.
Yeah.
He's like a religious member of
Right.
going to these things and being a part of the chamber and everything like that. And granted, I've kind of been our Des Moines guy. And I've been in the Des Moines and Omaha markets really pushing to get more business there. So I haven't been as focused in Council Bluffs, but I really enjoyed this. And I just enjoyed broadening my Council Bluffs network because I said at the beginning of this, I live and breathe Council Bluffs, but I met a ton of people that I didn't know today. And it was great. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go to the next one and the next few. It was a nice feel. And I've been to different meetups at the chambers in Omaha and Des Moines. And, it's a lot. This one felt very connected, comparatively speaking. And those have their strengths as well, but it's just, the small community feel that you get here is definitely different. And when I say that small community feel, the thing is you have a connection to everybody in this town. You went to school with somebody they know,
Right.
You're friends with somebody they know, you're friends with their neighbor, your neighbor is their cousin, you know what I mean? There's always connections. And so you never feel like you don't truly know people. You never feel like you meet a complete stranger here, which I think is wonderful. That's something I really enjoy. I travel a decent amount. I'm not a huge fan of bigger cities. It's probably because I'm from here. My wife makes fun of me all the time because I'll go in I'll be I was just in the Chicago airport and I was I hate it here. I don't like all these people. There's a bunch of people. They all look mean. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I get that way every time I go to the Atlanta airport now. That Southern hospitality is not in the airport.
Yeah, everybody everybody looks mean. Nobody cares about me. Everybody, you know what I mean. And I don't know how you couldn't be like that when you live in a giant city and you see a stranger every single day.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's I think that Council Bluffs is a great city. I think it has a ton going for it. I think in a way, sometimes Council Bluffs is its own worst enemy when it comes to regulations and other things that happen. But I think it's moving in the right direction. In terms of the taxes going away, appealing to people who live in downtown Omaha. Apparently, we're going to get a streetcar over here.
They're talking about it.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I think that's a very long. I think you and me might be in the ground before that happens.
Yeah, but, it's a pretty giant project.
Yeah, it's to get it over here. The thing is Council Bluffs is going to have to fund and pay for it, and I don't see how that's going to happen. Where when you think about it, okay, a streetcar, how much is that going to cost? Where is it going to go? I'm assuming it's going to go to Dodge Park where they're doing that new development there. But if we are going to put the taxpayer dollars towards that, why wouldn't we build better housing, better amenities, all around more attractive things over on the river's edge over there near Tom Hannafin Park on the west end? Right. Why not revitalize the west end in order to make Council Bluffs more appealing to people in Omaha? That's my thing. And I don't think a rail car does that. I think a rail car, it's nice, but I really think it's amenity for a city that's already thriving. It's not something you throw into a city that is, still trying to figure out what it is. And I say city, Council Bluffs is a town, but I don't think Council Bluffs truly has its identity yet. I don't think we really know what it is, but I see Council Bluffs as like an Overland Park one day. I mean, I hope. Like an Overland Park or like, what is it, Dakota Dunes on the other side of South Dakota, or on the other side of Sioux City, because they have no income tax there. I don't know much about Dakota Dunes, but I drive through it and the developments look nice there. But, a nice amenity for a downtown Omaha, a nice suburb where low regulation, low taxes, safe, community, family friendly. Yeah, and I hope it goes in that direction.
Well, Andy, when you're ready to run for office, then I hope you call me. It sounds like you could.
I'm good.
You got some great ideas.
I've got enough to do around here. Maybe, yeah. I don't think they want me in office. But yeah, I appreciate it.
He is Andy Kouri of Kouri Management. And again, congratulations on everything with the Coffee and Contacts. And we look forward to talking again really soon.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
If you're a chamber member and haven't been to one of these Coffee and Contacts, you really should go, because as I was talking with Andy, it was a great turnout. And I met a lot of people that I hadn't met before. There's some new businesses in town that were there, and it was exciting to get a chance to meet these people. So I would love to see you there. If you could come to the next one, if you go to councilbluffsiowa.com, you can see the entire event calendar for the Chamber of Commerce and where the events will be. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at the next Coffee and Contacts. All right, that's going to wrap things up for this Tuesday. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Always inviting nonprofits to be a guest on the show completely free of charge. I had a chance to talk with several of them yesterday, and we're going to get some new folks on very, very soon. If you have a nonprofit or service organization and would like to have a little help spreading the word, get a hold of me, toddstuder@gmail.com, and I would love to have you as a guest on this show. All right, that's going to wrap things up. My name's Todd Studer, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning.